Groovy.
Yo, yo, yo.
What up, motherfucker?
How's it going? Sorry we're late, guys. We were watching up on Discord. Hell of a summer. It sucked. Pretty bad. Pretty
Yeah, it
bad.
wasn't that great.
We all gave it like a 1, maybe 1.25.
Yeah, I was let down, especially since they were doing like all those cool homage posters like they did at prom night.
The posters, yeah, ended up being the best part of the movie was the posters. Yeah, it was pretty poor, pretty terrible.
Yeah,
but we're here to review a much better movie though. So
yeah, well, I'm glad to hear you say that. Yeah, sorry we're late too, because normally we'd done it Saturday, but Saturday was my birthday, so Sunday I was kind of just fucking chilling, and then Monday,
chilling like Dylan, who's a villain.
Yeah, and then Monday we were gonna do it, but then I fell asleep because I was me and my brother everyone were busting our ass and fixing up my yard all day. So
that's spring for you.
Yeah, for sure. The guy, my neighbor walking by, he's like, and everybody says they hate winter until the nice weather comes, and look what comes with it.
Winter shit, you shut off inside watching movies, smoking reefer. Hey, that's good times.
I love it. I love it.
I love it. I love it. I wish it was winter all the time.
I mean, not really, but I do. I don't mind. I don't really mind it. I just don't like having to go out because you got to go out eventually in the cold. You know what I mean? It's not the cold. It's more.
It was cold. It was 80 degrees here.
I don't like driving in snow. No. I mean, just like in wintertime, you know?
Right. Yeah, I don't like driving in snow, but
yeah.
8 degrees in April is kind of fucked up though, too, really.
Well, we had, I mean.
It was 80 here today.
We don't get like a real spring anymore. Our springs now are just like cold rain.
Yeah, cold rain, then it goes to 90.
Yeah, exactly. And then the first like couple weeks of spring, it goes from like you get like 70 back to 40, 70 back to 40, and now I think we're right back into we'll get like.
And you're probably worse than me because you're by the lakes and shit up there, so it's probably cold up there than it would be here.
Man, the last couple weeks, I didn't know whether to put my heat on or my AC because it was like one day I was hot as fuck. And I couldn't sleep, and then I turned the fucking AC on. The next morning, it's like fucking freezing in my house because it's fucking 40 outside. I'm like, oh my gosh, dude.
Yeah.
But Yeah, so we're here tonight to review the one and only Interview with the Vampire. And no, I'm not fucking talking about the TV show. I'm talking about Interview with the Vampire, the movie starring Brad Pitt, Tom Cruise, and what's the little girl's name? Antonio Banderas is in this though too.
Kirsten fucking Dunst.
Kirsten Dunst, yes.
I posted. I said, "Holy shit, they did a good job, getting a young girl that's gonna look like Kirsten Dunst later on." And if I can figure that, no, that's his later on. That's how old she was in this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was good. I can see
No,
why
she
she
was
could be a
great.
star.
Yeah, directed by Neil Jordan, written by Anna Rice, which I want to say they're based off of.
Anne Rice is based on a series of novels and books by Anne Rice, who does vampire tales. And that's why I think this actually would yield itself to be a TV show. You could see pretty clearly how they could do it as a TV show.
There is a TV show right now.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah,
I've never watched. I hear it's. I mean, I think I've heard it's good.
yeah, because it was a series of books, and it would go into probably all the stuff the movie went into.
I'm just crazy about the cast. It's got. Do you remember Game of Thrones? Do you remember Grey Worm? The guy who got the ball. He had the short hair and was with Missandei, and he had no nuts.
Yeah. He was good though.
But he's in it. I just don't know about him as a main guy, and it's like it's just so hard for me to see like these two. To me, they're like nobodies compared to Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise.
Right.
So I do want to check it out though, because I've heard people compare it to like Lovecraft Country, because I think it takes place. I think it's like 1930s, but it's like in Louisiana or something.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I'll have to check it out though, sure. But I do actually, man. I gotta say it just because I did say I wasn't gonna do horror news, but there is a couple. One big one is that Weapons got a trailer, and that's the new Zach Cregger movie, the guy that directed Barbarian. And I guess Jordan Peele put out a post saying that he was super pissed at his manager for not getting him Weapons because he wanted to do it really bad. So it seems like directors were fighting over who could get the script for this movie, Weapons. And if it looks really fucking good, and you remember Barbarian, that was one of my favorite movies of that year. And I know you liked it as well. You liked Barbarian.
Not at first. I liked on the second viewing a lot more.
Oh, okay. I didn't remember that.
Still not a big fan of the tonal shift it goes through. But
I'm really excited for this movie, Weapons. But they've been doing these just tiny teasers. They finally released a trailer for it. And then they released a trailer for the new Fear Street Prom Queen. So that looks good. And this isn't horror, but this is A24. Did you see there's the Smashing Machine with The Rock? And dude, he looks unrecognizable. It's about a UFC fighter that was from Ohio.
Oh, yeah, I saw a post on it. It doesn't even look like him.
You could tell by the voice, but yeah, it's him, Emily Blunt, and it looks really good. It's by the guy who did Uncut Gems, but they do good. And then he did that Pattinson movie, High Life or something. No, not High Life. High Times, I think it is. I don't know, I forget. It's the one where Pattinson robs a bank or something. But they do really good stuff, so I'm excited. And it's funny because I feel like this movie is going to be really good because this movie's been out for a while, and usually the people in Hollywood, they see these movies first. But now, The Rock has always been just for action comedy. He gets this movie, which is A24, a little bit more serious, and now he just got announced that he's going to be in Martin Scorsese's new movie, and he's going to play like a Hawaiian gangster. Definitely makes sense, but you don't get a Martin Scorsese movie just because. So I'm thinking he's really good in this movie. So I can't wait to see that. But I think that's probably it. Big news. But that Weapons, man, that shit is going to be a must-have. And Thunderbolts, man, is getting a lot of praise right now. Big praise for Thunderbolts. So I'm definitely going to be seeing that. I know you are too.
Yeah, I'm going to see it next Friday. I tell you who
Yeah.
I'd like to give a fucking shout out to. It's not horror at all, but it's our boy. And hopefully, we'll be getting back into doing James Bond very soon. And we left off on Pierce Brosnan, and fucking Pierce Brosnan is killing it on that Mobland show.
Dude.
He is so fucking like psychotic in that, and just so good. When he went to talk to the guy's wife about not squealing on it, it's not so is he there, but him and what's her face there, Helen Mirren, unbelievable.
Dude, she's like the real boss.
Yeah,
dude.
she's the
a
real
badass
gangster.
there,
Yeah,
but she's like the real gangster.
Oh, yeah, especially did you see the latest episode?
Yep.
What she did at the end?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Dude,
I mean,
you getting peep? She started this whole thing.
the whole thing.
She
Told the kid to do it.
She set the
Right.
grandson up to go do that.
Wait, she keeps on telling Pierce Brosnan, "Don't be a pussy, fucking do it."
Yeah. He's staring you out. He's staring you out.
That's a great show, and they're both
Dude,
fantastic in it.
man, I'm
Unbelievable.
loving that.
And then
show.
Tom Hardy on top of it is great.
Oh,
So
dude,
I mean,
he's just the cherry on top. Everyone in that is really good. But yeah, I'm
yeah, that's probably the best show I think that Paramount Plus has put out. I mean, Mayor of that Kingstown was good. The Landman I thought was great, but this is really the best thing.
This has just such a different tone, man. It's like it's dark, man, and just everybody.
It's a lot darker than, but I put this right up there with like Sopranos, man. This is the this is the British Sopranos.
Yes, I literally didn't want to say it because I didn't want you to think I was crazy, but thank God you said it because I completely agree, dude.
Yeah.
It's so fucking good. I hope it actually goes longer. I don't know if this is just like a one season.
No, I think I got renewed. I think I got renewed on it.
Sick, dude. Yeah, because dude, Pierce Brosnan is like, I think this is the best I've ever seen him.
Yeah,
Him
he's
is
a great actor.
like an Irish. Him is no, I for sure. But I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
I've never seen him like this fucking like dark, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a fan. He's fan,
good.
and everything he does is good. I feel like, but he's just tapping into something, and he's playing an Irish gangster too. You know,
Right.
he's technically like I know it's in England, and most of them are English, but I know he's Irish.
Yeah.
Well,
And Tom Hardy's so much better when he doesn't have to put on that goofy American accent, which is terrible.
Sure,
Just don't make him do that anymore. Let him be himself.
Because he has a really good English accent.
You know, so
No, definitely
a good show. But okay, so on to the movie at hand. Interview with a Vampire.
Interview with a Vampire. Let me wait. I thought I was going to say one last thing, but maybe not. That might have been it, anyways. The chick from Nightmare Part 7 passed away.
Yes,
and then it looks like an actress from Carrie from Dream Warriors passed away at 100. So, but the one girl from Jason Part 7, she was pretty young, not super young, but
yeah.
And then we did get that trailer for the new Predator Badlands, which I'm very excited for because we might be getting eventually. We're probably going to be getting the Alien versus Predator crossover because they're already in Badlands. There's Wayland all over the movie. So, and now both Fox owns both of them, or Disney owns both of them now. So, but yeah, so Interview with a Vampire, man. Hey, what's up, Bakers? GT. Yeah, man, dude. Straight up, man. I fucking love this movie. One of my favorite vampire movies of all time, dude. It's up there straight up with like Lost Boys, you know, Near Dark, Salem, all those. But this one is just, it's so different than like Lost Boys, all those. You know, this was in the 90s. What was it? 94? Was it? 94, yeah. Dude, Tom Cruise. I mean, this is the best I think I've seen Tom Cruise.
Yeah, I think probably one of his best roles.
Exactly, because it's like now, you know, we see him in, you know, the Mission Impossibles. That's him just being Tom Cruise, in my opinion, you know.
Right.
But this, he is. I don't know how this I don't know how Tom Cruise didn't get like his own solo movie later on or something, because the way it ends. But Christian Slater's also in this, and he wasn't supposed to be in it. It was supposed to be River Phoenix, but he died right before this. So then it got put on to Christian Slater, which River Phoenix would have knocked this out the park. I do like Christian Slater. He's great.
Yeah, not much of a role there anyway. So
it's not much of a role, but River Phoenix was just really good at smoking cigarettes all day long. You know what I mean? So every movie River Phoenix is just chain smoking, dude. But yeah, dude. Brad Pitt, fucking incredible. This is what like around Legends of the Fall. All that. I mean, he was just fucking knocking them out around this.
It's okay. He fit the part, but he was probably the weakest actor.
No, I think he was great, man. I think for what he was supposed to be, he wasn't supposed to be. He was a little goofy at times, but Tom Cruise is the star.
Yeah, I think Tom Cruise and Kirsten Dunst.
Brad Pitt's not supposed to be the Tom Cruise. You know what I mean?
Right.
He's supposed to be the more but he is a little pussy at sometimes. But I think for what he's supposed to do, I think he pulls it off great. But yeah, I think this is just one of the dude. I mean, I watched this movie a couple months ago, and it'd been a little bit, maybe like a year or two since I'd seen it. It ended. I put it right back on. I fucking love this movie, man. I love it, dude. I don't know. This is like your first time watching it, but this movie, man, I've been watching this movie for years, man, and it's just, to me, man, it's like a perfect film. But everybody knows I love it. This was your first time watching. I cannot fucking believe that, honestly. So what did you think, brother?
I don't know if I love it as much as you do. I like the movie. I think it's a good movie. I mean, it's one of these movies you got to stick with for sure. You can't give up on it a quarter or half.
That's why it's not like Lost Boys and all that.
No.
It's not
fun.
I
mean, it's definitely an attempt. It's an attempt to kind of make a mainstream drama, but just happens that give these characters to be vampires. But you get to see like a different angle of the whole thing, where the vampires are kind of like a family, and they take this responsibility.
Where he's telling the story of his last 200 years of being a vampire. You know what I mean? Right,
and we get where he gets bit, and then he bites Kirsten Dunst, and he has to end up saving her life, or she die. But I think the whole thing really kicks into high gear when it's introduced, because that's interesting enough. This is a movie about like a drama horror on like the whole world of vampires, where they're the only ones to begin with, and then we find the colony later on, and it's sort of like a whole thing of how they become responsible, and it's almost like a drama of these people becoming parents for this little girl. But then I think that's where the movie really, for me, sticks it for me, because we get the whole story. I think it's the most interesting one, where she's bit at an early age. She can never become a woman, even though she's kind of like 400 years old, and she is a woman, but she's always trapped in this body of a girl. Right. And I think that really makes the movie interesting, and that's what I think it makes the relationship with Brad Pitt and her interesting. And then
because it's not it's like a father-daughter, but then it's almost like a brother and sister type thing.
Right.
And then she's like, my Louis, my love. And so you almost, they're like,
the whole movie really gets, if somebody said to me this movie was really popular with a certain demographic of people, I would believe it, because it has some kind of gay overtones to the whole movie. But then it's kind of like, because the whole thing with the hive and the hierarchy there, and the majority of them are men, but it's more like this whole interplay between the vampires, and not so much looking at each other for like that type of stuff, but just like they're all family because they're all in this one area, and until they find out what happened, where they think he kills Lestat, and then they end up killing the daughter, and then everything sets off from there.
Yeah, because they're not supposed to
kill their own, right?
They're not supposed to kill. They're not supposed to kill each other, and they're not supposed to earn young kids.
Right.
because it just
That's
brings
like that's the one line they won't cross.
yeah, right, yeah,
I think that's what really makes the movie interesting. I mean, is that whole dynamic of how the whole society works,
yeah.
and just I mean, Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt and Kirsten Dunst, just everything he did was great in the movie. And then when you think that he's dead, of course he rises back from the dead, and at the end he's
Lestat.
there, Lestat,
Yeah. He's
and
like he's been in Louisiana like for
right,
100 years, just sitting in the old house that they lived in.
right.
And then when Louis comes and Lestat's like terrified him. Do you remember a movie called Queen of the Damned?
Yeah, yeah. Wasn't that based on this story or offshoot?
It's not it's supposed
It's
to
Anne
be
Rice.
equal.
It's Anne Rice.
It's an Anne Rice, but Lestat's in it. So that's why I always thought that
who plays him in that movie.
Like a
Not
nobody.
Tom
I used to
Cruise.
really like that movie. It's not Tom Cruise. That's why I always thought like Tom Cruise should have got his own Lestat movie. But it's when it first came out, I liked it. I went back and rewatched it a few months ago, and I thought it was terrible. Because I think they get into how Lestat, like his maker, a little bit of his maker in it. I think his maker is kind of somewhat of a part in it. It's some guy named Stuart Townsend who plays him.
I know who you're talking about.
He's an Irish guy, and I don't know him from shit really. Besides that,
it's not on the same level as the other movie.
Plays Dorian Gray in the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Yeah, it's nowhere near, and it's just totally different. It's like what if Lestat went to sleep for 100 years or some shit, woke up in the future and decided to become a rock star and basically out himself and say, hey, I'm a vampire and I'm a fucking rock star. And that's like what it is. So, but he does it to try to see if he can find more vampires. But yeah, so then the world, like, they're like, is he a vampire? Is he not?
But you don't think like Brad Pitt was putting it to Antonio Banderas for the whole movie?
Yeah,
I think they were. I think they were.
The whole movie, he didn't even meet him.
Well, when he meets him, I think they're banging.
Yeah,
they're banging.
I don't know about that.
I could tell.
He had a wife.
That don't matter. They were definitely banging.
So you be banging dudes because you had a wife?
I'm telling you, I'm getting the vibe. Just the vibe I'm getting. But no, good cast, great movie. I really enjoyed it. I like now. I almost want to read the books. See how much the books are probably really good.
I think they're really good. I think there's a few.
She did quite a few. Yeah.
She did quite a few. I wasn't sure.
Like a lot of books with with these characters. Yeah.
So it makes sense for it to be a show,
right? And even if it was just this story, I mean, this story in the show would be fantastic.
Yeah, I think that's what the season 1 is basically the story,
like a retelling of this remake.
Yeah, I don't know what season 2 is. I think only season 2's out. I don't know if they're working on season 3 or what. Yeah. I think it's on AMC.
Yeah, I believe it is.
But it's rated pretty high. It's a 7.5 out of 10. Mm-hmm.
Anne Rice has a lot of fans. Yeah.
It looks like season 3 is premiering in 2026. So yeah, I might have to check it out. I just feel like I was getting a vibe from if you think this one has gay tones, I feel like that one, this show is gonna have even more gay tones. Especially,
I think
especially because it's made today.
No, the book was made written in the 70s or the 60s, 70s, I think.
Really?
And it had a lot of gay overtones. The book is very gay. But
how do you know that?
I read it a long time ago when I was in high school.
You read one of the books?
The first one. I never read any other ones.
Oh, okay. Nice. I didn't know.
That was a long time ago. She was big. She was a big writer for these books.
Yeah. But Yeah, I mean, it does have an incredible cast. I mean, like you said, Brad Pitt, Tom Cruise, Kristen Dunst, Antonio Banderas is like the head vampire of that cult of vampires, you know. Uh, so I mean, dude, this was just a banger cast when this was coming out. If Brad Pitt said no, I mean, I don't think anybody could replace Lestat.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise, I feel like he's a little bit easier to be replaced.
This movie though,
I don't-
was not a hit in the theater. It was a bomb. It flopped, and it only got big like when it went into like video and people started watching it. But I think the problem with this movie in the theater was it may be for real for real big horror fans who were expecting a typical horror movie. They were disappointed it was more of a drama. And then the movie also wanted to bring in like the mainstream people, like the mom and dads and stuff. And I think it was too much for them because of some of the gore in it. So I think both sides was looking for more, and they stayed away, and it didn't get
It
popular.
cost $60 million to make. Opening weekend, it made 37 million. 36.5 million. It grossed in the U.S. and Canada 105 million.
Yeah, but it cost.
105 million. So
It wasn't a big hit.
Gross
Well,
worldwide, it made 223.6.
I just think they with Tom Cruise in it and stuff, they expected it to be a lot bigger than it was.
So it's definitely made money in the box office, but I'm sure it made a fucking killing in the theater.
But
They probably expected with Tom Cruise and Kirsten Dunst and Antonio, and that it was gonna be like a fucking $500 million. I guarantee.
Yeah, because Tom Cruise was coming off of Rain Man and all that, where he was huge.
Oh, right, yeah. But it made up for it. That a lot of that, and that was the thing. It made money though in the theaters. They still made money. They still made a good profit.
I mean, to this day, those are probably his two biggest movies were Jerry Maguire and then that movie, the Rain Man, and probably his highest grossing movie, saying Top Gun. Well, Top Gun later on, but to that point, they were probably his biggest films.
Right.
This was a little bit. This was a little bit more artsy fartsy, a little bit more of a different vibe than his fans. I think we're used to seeing him. But he made a lot of those. He made a lot of those dramatic movies though too. So
yeah, I mean he worked with Kubrick too.
Yeah.
And what's the name of that one?
Eyes Wide Shut, but
Eyes Wide Shut.
This is a better movie than that.
Oh, for sure. He's not that. I mean, he's nothing special in that either.
Yeah, it's not his best movie.
Yeah, it's an okay movie.
Remember the other weird movie he made around this time, that Vanilla Sky? Did you ever watch that?
I never could get into it. Weird.
It's very weird. I watched it. It's very strange.
I've meant to watch. I never got through all of it, but I've always wanted to go back because I remember.
Yeah, you might appreciate it more than back then.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's a great movie. I'm just saying it's different. It's interesting.
It's an interesting watch, I'm sure, because it's strange.
Yeah, it's very strange.
Yeah. Yeah, there's not like really any crazy kills.
There is though. There's some good stuff and some good gore in this.
Stuff. I was just gonna say nothing like over the top,
Well, he slices one guy like down the side like this. Remember?
Wait,
he cuts him. He cuts him in half at the end.
Cuts him in half.
Right, he cuts him in half. Toward the end of the movie when they're fighting.
That's I'm not remembering that. But I always liked when Lestat's trying to get Louis to feed, and he throws that chick in the coffin. And he's just playing with her. She's like, "Am I gonna die? I'm in a coffin." He's like, "You sure are. You sure are in a coffin." It's
yeah. Tom Cruise had the best.
I can't die. I need a priest.
Tom Cruise definitely had the best lines in this movie.
Oh, for sure, man. That's the one thing that I do not like, that they kind of cower Tom Cruise out. that is probably one of my only gripes is that
What do you mean?
instead, like, he should have been tracking them all those years. You know what I mean? Instead, he's sitting in that house in Louisiana, and then when Louis comes, he's
Well, I think it's because he was about
I'm
set
not
up
here to
fire.
hurt you.
He was set on fire, and he's not all there.
That wasn't even Louis. That was fucking Kirsten Dunst. Or
Oh,
wait,
that's
well,
right.
I guess
Louis de Bourneau
I
after
guess Louis did.
that. Yeah.
Louis threw the fucking lamp down, but it was more because they were like scared because
Right.
it was like a reaction because he came and he thought he was gonna kill Kirsten. Which talk about another fantastic scene when they're just they leave town and he must, you know, he says he's like, oh, he's like, you threw me in the swamp. He's like, I fed off of frogs and
Right.
fish. He's like
Rats.
rats, and they had just enough blood to give me life in these fingers. And he's just doing that on the piano, and he looks creepy as fuck. He's like, there's still life in these fingers, and just while he's like doing the music and talking, I fucking love that scene, dude. It's just so fucking good. What's up, Fable? Yeah, I agree, man. One of the best vampire movies ever made. The sexiest.
Yeah, I think it definitely took it to another level. You know, it's.
Yeah, I would have liked to see
And I'm
her.
watching Dracula has risen from the grave up here.
Oh, sick. Dunst is one of the best child actor roles. Yeah.
Oh my God,
she
she was really good.
incredible. She was incredible in this. And yeah,
I think she's better as a kid actor than she is later on.
She probably is, honestly.
She was good in that role.
Yeah, man. That's what I'm saying. There's no way this movie wasn't making money. I mean, for 60 mil and it made 200, or 226 million profit, or 226 total, and then that's not counting the Blockbuster and the family video rentals and the home video. Like, this shit made. I bet you by that time it was done, and then the sales, people buying the tapes and the DVDs, this thing made half a billion easy. This was a huge movie. It just, like you said, they probably thought it was going to be something different. People that weren't familiar with Anne Rice, and but this definitely, because I remember my parents watching this. Because when I think of the '90s, man, this is always one of the biggest movies to come out of the '90s. Horror wise, without a doubt, I put this as one of the best movies, period, to come out of the '90s.
Well, this gets, as I said, like Bram Stoker's Dracula, which came out about the same time, gets talked up a lot. But I think this movie's better than Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Yeah, see, Akers even said it was not a flop. It was a profitable movie by any metric, especially back then. 60 mil, and it made that they didn't advertise movies that huge too, and it didn't cost as much. Yeah, I never read any of the books, but there's definitely a few movies I always remember my parents talking about, and this was one of them when it was out on VHS. It was a big one, and this played on TV all the time. All the time. What was one of your favorite scenes?
When she's just going bullshit and she's going after Lestat, Kirsten Dunst. I mean, she was pretty savage in some of her kills.
With the little twin boys?
Yeah,
she poisons him.
Right, and even later on when she has that girl, the other woman with her, that she was going to drain and create, wanted to be made, and he wouldn't make her.
Yeah. Yeah, that one's brutal. And then the woman literally just meets her.
Right.
And then she gets killed. And then they die with each other.
Well, that's why it's interesting. I know Anne Rice, if you look this up, when the show was being created, Anne Rice was a consultant on True Blood, and you
Oh,
can see in True Blood the whole aspect of like him not wanting to make Jessica, and then Jessica, being raised by him, almost in that same circumstance. That has a lot of Anne Rice. I think had a lot of influence on True Blood.
yeah.
If
Plus, they
you
both take place in like the same.
Louisiana, and they had a lot of that backstory and all the different vampires hierarchy. So, I mean, it's a different writer, but it's definitely got a lot of stuff pulled from Interview from with a Vampire.
Yeah, definitely. I could definitely see that. Yeah.
There's my boy Christopher Lee coming into the scene here. He was one of him and Bella. I got my Bella shirt on in homage to vampires. So, but him and Bella, probably the two best. So.
When Dunst cut her hair and it kept growing back, which one of you did it? Yeah, that was a great scene. That's when it kind of like really hits too, that you're like, damn, she can't even change her appearance, because at that point we don't know that. We just figure that she's never gonna grow any bigger or anything. But then it's like, oh, that's why their fucking hairs are all long still, because they can't even cut their hair.
Well, she was like 700. She was like 700. She was like 400 years old or whatever she ended up being, and she wanted to bang and couldn't do that because it looked creepy whenever she was with anybody. So,
I mean, I'm sure she could have found some weirdo.
Even back then, but yeah, but that's a really fascinating aspect of it, that they can't die and they can't, and in her case they can't grow.
Yeah.
So very interesting.
Yeah. And Lestat, when she's trying to try to trick him, but she's like trying to be nice to him at first, and she's like, I have something for you. He's like, I hope it's a woman with endowments that you'll never possess.
Right.
But then it's funny though, because you see like this like smile on his face, and then like he like pauses, and then it's like almost like he knows like he likes to fuck with her, and he's like evil, but then even where he's like, oh, maybe I did go too far, because he does still care about her and Louis, like that's all he has,
Yeah, I mean, he plays it where he's not a totally evil character. He has a lot of interesting qualities about him.
Yeah, he likes to have fun. You know what I mean? Like he's bored. He's basically like a rich Socratic that'll never die, and he just likes to have fun. He likes to fuck with people. He likes to kill people. You know what I mean? It's like those rich people that have done everything in life, and they want to.
Yeah, but that's what I was thinking at the end of the movie. What my boy Brad Pitt is out there now in the 70s or whatever, and he has no job. How is he maintaining? Going bar to bar, walking the streets, no job.
Who fucking knows, man?
But
I'm sure he can figure it out. They don't really need money unless it's really to stay in places.
Drinking bars, you need money.
I'm sure over time he's figured ways to come up. You know what I mean? And be, I'm sure he's figured something out. I mean, think about shit that he's probably gotten over time, like jewels and all that he could have saved for years. I'm sure he's fine.
Yeah. I mean, Lestat wanted that life, but then he didn't end up well. They both wanted him dead, and then he ended up alone basically his entire life. So,
yeah. I love too at the end when he shows up in Christian Slater's car and he's playing Louis' tape, and he's like, I've had to fucking listen to this guy's voice whine and whine for 100. He's like, can you believe it? He's like, imagine having to listen to that voice for hundreds of years. But a fantastic song too at the end, and I always thought that song is just beautiful, perfect way to end that song, or perfect way to end that movie. You know what I mean? Just I've been around for a long, long time.
Mm.
Just beautiful song to end the movie. Couldn't end with a better song. It isn't that they're gay, they're past gender because of their age.
Right. Yeah.
They crave companionship, they appreciate beauty because of their heightened senses.
Right.
Yeah, I never really got it.
Well, it is a vibe. I know the reason why they're like that. I'm just saying
Yeah, well,
the
you're
movie
just,
the movie could be taken. The movie works on that level. I'm just saying, even though I understand what the reason is.
I see that homophobic shit.
No, I'm not. I'm just telling you. I don't care. It's an interesting thing, but I'm saying how I could see it would be big in a certain circle of people. Just it works on multiple levels. That's all. All I'm saying. I don't care.
Yeah, I fucking love the movie though, man. Such a good movie. And I think everybody is great. I know you think Brad Pitt's probably the weakest part, but I think he does exactly what he's there to do. But I definitely think Tom Cruise and Dunst are the shining stars in this.
Yeah, for me, I think Cruise was great, but he was written great. I think Dunst was great because that could have been a horrible performance, and it doesn't. It really
Especially
brings up the movie. So
yeah,
I give her. To me, I think she's the best actor in the entire movie.
yeah. There's times where she's bitching and complaining though too, and I'm like, bitch, you were gonna fucking be dead. You were really, like you were laying on your mama who had the Black Plague, like you were laying on your dead mama who died from the plague. It's like you were done. So it's like be happy. It was either you were dead or you get this type of life. You know what I mean?
You got the murder and people and drink their blood.
Hey, she liked it. She liked it. She liked it probably as much. Like her and Lestat. Her and Lestat were more alike, honestly, than her and Louis.
Right, but her and Louis were similar in the fact that they both did not want to be made vampires, and they were made against their wills, and that's where those characters are coming from.
Lestat wasn't made. Lestat was made against his will. Most people are made against their will.
Right. Well, yeah, I know.
But he doesn't really get into it, but he literally says, he's like, I didn't have a choice either. Lestat, but he's doing this because, and he does give Lestat, he does kind of give Brad a choice. He does.
Well, they all have a choice. Of course, they're going to choose to come back.
Yeah, but they just regret it because he didn't know that he was going to have to kill people to fucking survive. But Dunst liked killing. She liked killing. And that's exactly like Fable said. Louis can't let go of his humanity, which is a big thing that like all the Antonio. He was like, that's a rare trait for a vampire. Most of them all let go of their humanity once they're turned.
Right.
So that was like something super rare. That was like his, like some of the one vampire can read minds and all that. Like that, it was like that was his heightened sense that he kept his humanity when everyone else lost theirs.
Right.
But yeah, I think it's one of the fucking best vampire films of all time, man. I fucking love it. I would have loved for Tom Cruise to be able to play Lestat again because he just absolutely knocked it out of the park. But anything I'm trying to think. I'm sure yours a favorite Tom Cruise for sure. Either Tom Cruise or Kirsten Dunst would be your favorite. I know.
Yeah, Kirsten Dunst. Yeah.
I already said favorite scene. At least yours you did. And yeah, I think mine would have just probably been that. Hey, did you kind of get the vampire when he first meets that vampire and he's in London, and then he like has the top hat and just the look at him, and then he's dancing on the wall. I was getting like a London After Midnight vibe.
Mm.
Or did you kind of forget that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The way
they're in England, so
they didn't look too.
Right.
I don't know if they were going for that, but I just picked.
Oh, they were definitely going for the British Hammer type look.
Yeah. Okay. Because I was gonna say I was picking up on that too.
Look at them eyes. Look at those fucking eyes. Wait a minute.
Yeah, man. Hey, talk about lucky duckling too. That motherfucker was gonna sit in that when you're in that shot of him in that tomb, Louis, when he's supposed to sit in that tomb for like 500 years or whatever the fuck they say it is, and it's like, damn,
They break him out. He gets jailbreaking out.
he jailbroken real quick, man. Like,
I thought it was kind of harsh. I mean, they put the kid and the woman there in a thing that gets sunlight all the time to burn them right up.
yep. Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous, honestly. It's like, okay, so they know that they never met any vampires before. How the fuck would they know that there are rules?
But
You know what I mean? It's like, oh, we can't have kids. We can't kill another. And it's like, first off, they didn't kill him. So, you know what I mean? Kirsten Dunst actually died for no reason. And all that. Well, I guess Kirsten Dunst was gonna get killed anyways because they didn't want a child vampire because it brought too much heat. But yeah, so Louis technically never killed a vampire, you know. So, but I guess it was because he read his mind and said something about Lestat. But it was like, but I forget. Banderas said that he knew Lestat. I think. It was funny how Banderas was okay with Louis killing the Coven. He was tired of them. Yeah, he definitely was. He just wanted to be with Louis. And Banderas definitely, I think, was a little gay for Louis. But Louis was like, nah, bruh. I don't roll like that.
well, I don't know.
Hey, who walked away from who?
Come on, you tell me if Antonio Banderas wanted to bang you, you wouldn't bang that guy in his prime. Look at that dude.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I don't fucking roll that way.
You're not gonna hump. You're not gonna hump Zorro, motherfucker. Come on.
No. No fucking way. I like fucking women. That's just the way I was born.
Amen, brother. Amen.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, some people go one way. I go my way, and that's to the pussy. So what do you want to rate this, man? Anybody in the chat? If you, I know some of y'all. I know some of y'all definitely have seen this. So what's your rating in the chat down below? And Scarphead, what are you rating this, man? First time fucking viewing, bro. I cannot believe it that this is your first time watching this.
Give it a 4.5. 4.5.
All right. That's what I'm talking about. Woo. Not if he was the last vampire on Earth. Some go both ways. Yeah.
It's that crossroads.
Yeah, I'm giving this a 5, man. I think it's a 5, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a 5 for me. I really don't have any gripes on it. I could watch this movie over and over and never get sick of it. I love it. It's so good. It is definitely
Definitely one I'm gonna try to pick up a 4K.
Yeah, I don't know if it's got a 4K, but hopefully it'll get.
I
don't know. I used to own this on DVD. I think my DVD got too scratched up.
Yeah, mine has rock.
I've been wanting to get a Blu-ray because I think the Blu-ray is like only $12 right now. But I might just wait for a 4K, honestly. So we should get one. We should have one coming. Looks like Evan gave it a 4.69. Fable gave it a 5. That's what I'm talking about, brother. And Two Guns said 4.5. So we got two 4.5s from Two Gun and Scarpad, 4.69 from Evan, and 2 5s from me and my boy Fable. That's what I'm talking about. So I'd say we're at an average of 4.69. That's what I'm talking about. So yeah, banger fucking review for sure. Oh man, what was that? They're doing a 50th anniversary limited edition steelbook. for Jaws. Pretty
Yeah, I saw
fucking
that.
cool.
I didn't really care for that cover. Just heads for the
I
shark.
like it.
Well,
I like the artwork. Hey man, for like a big studio, they never do new artwork like that.
yeah,
From trips
I
getting
got
4K.
I got the
Ace
4K slip cover, so I need to buy it again. That'd be
Nah,
interesting. Is that both those movies?
that's Shout Factory. No, it's just the first.
Version.
That's from Shout Factory, so you know they're doing the second one. And Shout's doing this Steelbook, which you know it's funny. I haven't seen like any Shout Factory stuff. Which
Well, I
they
was just talking. I was talking about Shop Factory. Yeah, so I was talking to Tugan about that
I
movie.
love that cover.
Fucking ridiculous. I love the movie. I want that slip cover in the first pressing. I was going to order that directly from Shout Factory.
This one,
Uh huh.
I love
After
this
with
movie.
all the tax and the shipping, $45 for the slip cover on that.
Jesus.
Fucking nuts.
Just wait and get it off Amazon because they
Right.
probably charge you extra because of the poster, which you
There's
probably
no. I don't think there's any poster even.
no, if you buy it off the internet or if you buy it from their site, they always add a poster. That's why they're charging you more.
I've never seen. No. It was.
Getting a 4K too from them. They must have just announced a bunch primary colors, bunch of random shit.
Yeah, I'm definitely want to get
Spawn on 4K.
Yeah. I definitely want the slip cover on Battle Beyond the Stars though.
How did Shout get Fade to Black? Vinegar Syndrome had that.
They lost it.
I guess because they lost it.
And I got the Vinegar Syndrome. I just bought that not too long ago.
Yeah, that one's gonna be.
I'm
way
good with
better.
it. I know. I'm sure it will be, but I'm good with them. I got.
Their slip's gonna be better. Yeah, out of all these, I wouldn't care. I don't need Ace Ventura on 4K. First off,
No.
I just don't. And honestly, that Steelbook sucks.
Yeah, it's kind of a dumb steelbook.
Stupid as fuck.
They should just put the poster on it.
Cool.
That one's got it. Yeah.
But I know you'd have said the only one that I like is I don't know. I've never seen this.
Yeah. Wasn't that good.
Dude, they're doing these more mainstream movies. They're doing like super mainstream stuff, but it's shit that sucks.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't buy it. I mean,
like Abigail, which was good, but I don't.
I mean, RoboCop 2 was definitely better than RoboCop 3, but I was never hugely big on RoboCop 2.
This is the only one I would buy. I love
Yeah.
that cover, but
I want that on 4K. I love that Roger Corman flick. One of my favorites.
oh man, they're one of my favorites too. One of my favorites without a doubt. I
So I will
have
get it.
I have the Steelbook, the Blu-ray Steelbook. With
Yeah,
the
I do too. I got the steelbook. Yeah, I got the regular release, and I'm a fucking freak off
I was
3
gonna
versions
say,
of that
I
movie.
know you love that movie.
You know what other one I'm hoping they come up with next from Shout Factory? Buckaroo Banzai, man. We need a 4K in that. They put out the disc, so they'll probably put out in 4K. And
Yeah.
man, I'm gonna be buying that one.
Oh yeah. Hopefully they didn't lose the rights. If not, I mean, I wouldn't mind if Vinegar Syndrome or somebody better got it.
No, I'd see like somebody like either Air would probably have it or
Yeah. So
got-
yeah, a straight up banger to end the month. That's for sure. Two Gun. So we're gonna kick May off with the Silent Hill movie that came out in 2006, based off the video game Silent Hill,
Good movie.
which I gotta see where that's streaming at. Which actually not a bad one since they got Last of Us coming out, which is based off a video game. I think Evan mentioned Silent Hill, so I was like, yeah, I wouldn't mind watching. I always like that stuff. Here we'll do Silent Hill, and Two Gun. Last week, like the day after we did the stream, or maybe a day or two after, I got volume 2 of the box that he sent for my birthday gift. So I got a few more tapes to show. Sometimes they come back again. So now I got the whole trilogy. He sent the VHS, the 2-taper, which I wanted the 2-taper. I love this. Love that cover, man. One of my favorites, man. Rented this a lot on VHS. Pet Sematary 2. Another banger. Children of the Corn. The Running Man. Which, is this Stephen King?
The story is, yeah,
The story is, hold on, man.
it's not faithful though.
It's not
It's a bit-
faithful.
It's a very unfaithful version of it.
Because I just don't see,
They are making a real version of that movie now based on the book.
is there anything about this that says Stephen King, like based off
Yeah,
his stuff?
it's based off a
It
story.
doesn't say in the back of this, so that's why I always thought it was, but I wasn't sure. And super happy to get this cover. Stanley Kubrick.
Yeah, I love that cover.
Love that cover, man. One of the coolest films. Island of Terror. Such a good,
Oh man, yeah.
such a
Thanks.
good one.
I
Oh,
got that
very, very weird cover, but
Yeah,
great movie.
right.
The purple is a strange choice, but I love that movie. Forbidden Planet.
Oh, I love that cover.
Love this cover. Such a good movie.
Love that movie too.
Hell yeah. And one that I needed really bad. Still in 1985. I've been looking for 1985 for a while, so I'm so happy we found that. And classic, man. Which I was just wearing the hoodie, but it was the remake. The Howard Hawks, James Arness thing cover. And
That's a
dude,
good
isn't
cover
that
too.
sick, bro? With the pink, it's got like a green tint, like a alien green with the pink.
Yeah,
I love
and it's embossed too. Even it stands up. Nice. That's a nice cover.
it's not embossed, but because the way it looks like
Yeah, it
it's
almost
embossed.
looks embossed. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks embossed, but yeah. Isn't that I love that cover, dude. Such a sweet cover. So thank you, Two Gun, as always. Absolutely love them. And got a lot more of the Stephen King titles knocked out. That was what 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 6 more titles. Man, I'm getting pretty close. Every time though, I think like I got the list figured out. I'm like, oh, I need maybe like 10 more. And then he sent me, he's like, did you know there was a Shining 2 tape? And I was like, no, I had no idea. And he sends it, and it's the Shining Mick Garris one. I was like, oh my God, dude, I forgot they did that on tape. I need that one. I didn't even have that one on my list. Oh, I did get this too today. I'm supposed to get 2 more. They got delayed. I'm supposed to get that. Yeah, the $7. There's no way I'm missing out. I needed it for the full movie collection. Plus, I watched the trailer for it and it looked really cool. And I've been super into the full moon the last week or two.
Yeah, we watched Seed People. It was pretty good.
I picked that up too. It got delayed though, and I got the Jack Attack.
Yeah.
So, you got anything?
A couple. I did also pick up the Jack Attack.
Oh man, yours came quick as hell. Mine got delayed.
Yeah, so that's a great cover. I love that cover.
Sweet cover, dude.
And then because this is never going to ever come out on tape, probably, because it was on Netflix, I picked up the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I like that cover as well.
The Netflix
And,
one?
Yeah, this is the Netflix one, and it's a bootleg from one of the guys I got my bootlegs from. He does a great job. It's a reversible cover. It's and all that. But what he has on this, and I'll be having this next Sunday night on Discord, is he did a Grindhouse version of this new movie, where he takes it, makes it look like a Grindhouse film, and we'll be watching that up on Discord. So I can't wait to see that because I've never seen this movie. I figure it's gonna be a good way to see it for the first time.
Definitely.
This finally came out. I ordered this a long time ago, and it was delayed, and now it finally came in. This is from Put this out. Oh, Dark Films. Oh, Ignite Films. I'm sorry, Ignite did this. This is the box set of the Animator.
Yeah, dude, that thing was popular.
So this came out. It's 4K box set, and it's got the movie, some art cards, a book, big book, and it's got the Blu-ray and the 4K. So I can't wait to delve into this. It's got all new interviews and features with Jeffrey Combs and all the legacy bonus features in the back. But this is a nice box set. A little pricey, but it was a nice box set. It was like a seven.
We have been going in first on them full moon movies.
Yeah, so this is $79. This box set.
Oh wow! Yeah, that thing sold out though pretty quick.
But I still think that's a much better deal than this original $55 steelbook of Tombstone.
Oh hell yeah!
This started off at $55 on Amazon, and eventually, remember when they used to start off at $55? They go down to like $22,
like,
$25, no more. This came to me for $41 still after drop price, and it sold out instantly, probably because he died. You can't buy this anywhere. It'll probably come back if they restock it. But it sold out. It sold out. And see now, and in America, this is the only way this movie's available. They're not putting out a slipcover version. They do have a Region 2 4K.
They didn't do a slipcover?
Only in Region 2. So if you go to
that is a really cool steelbook though.
Yeah, you can buy this steelbook, or you can go to like Diabolic and buy the slipcover, which is also very nice, for like $27. That would probably be the way to go. Or just wait for the drop. When it gets restocked.
4K slip.
4K slab only, right? This is like an old thing. You know, I'm glad they put in a Blu-ray, but they don't have this. I picked up this week too. Finally, I had this when I had DVD collectors, and this is back when like Vista, which is Disney, used to put out good versions box sets. And this movie this has not only the regular movie, but it's got the director's cut on here with like 45 minutes of extra stuff. And this is back.
4K doesn't have it.
4K does not have $41 does not have the director's cut.
I bet you the Blu-ray doesn't have it either.
And that to me features. And this is a cool set. Even has the little map, of the town.
I have that set. I don't know if I still do.
Yeah, so I picked this up again, and I can't wait to watch it. Even though I have the 4K, I'm going to watch the director's cut. But yeah,
isn't it funny how that works?
That's like Disney puts so little effort, and it's got like one old like making of and storyboards, and that's it. They put the smallest amount of effort. They know everybody and his brother wants this movie, but then they just rape you on it.
I'm surprised they even put that much effort on the cover, to be honest.
And I'm not even gonna buy too much Disney stuff. They're done for me until they drop in price.
Yeah, because their steelbooks are like always $50. That's why I haven't bought any of the Mandalorian ones. I'm waiting for them to go down.
I got 2 of them on sale, but I never bought the third one.
Yeah.
So that's everything for me this week.
Nice pickups. That Reanimator's sick. Yeah, it makes me want to watch Tombstone though now really bad. Great.
Yeah, I think I watched Tombstone not too long ago.
I'm gonna own that one. Period.
I have a Blu-ray of that, like a bare bones one. Maybe I'll ship it to you. I don't need it. I got the new one. I'll send it.
You'd rather have the DVD box set of Tombstone than the 4K.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch that. I'm not gonna watch the 4K.
Isn't it funny how you buy the fucking 4K and then you end up being like, I'm gonna watch the DVD instead because it's a better version. It might not look as good, but yeah, ridiculous. Can't you spend all that money?
It's the better presentation of it. Let's just say that
they should have put the director's cut on the Blu-ray. Like ridiculous, ridiculous.
Nuts.
And like you said, they should have had all those features on there too.
Yeah,
but
why not? No new. You tell me. This movie came out before Val Kilmer died. Imagine if they did like new interviews with him and put that on the disc. No, nothing.
No, nothing. Not a thing. Ridiculous.
But I pretty much have cut completely out like all new releases. I'm only buying like old stuff and boutique because the new stuff is just too expensive. And it's
the only thing I've been buying like old TV shows and stuff, or like maybe like a old random release that I like know is going to be out of print soon or something.
Yeah, and you wait. I mean, most of this stuff drops in price so quick too.
only like my list. I used to be pre-ordering stuff nonstop, and the only thing I've been pre-ordering was those two new Jason X and Jason Goes to Hell.
Yeah,
That's
older
the only
movies, boutiques.
those are and those are
That's
boutiques.
that's all I'm
I
really
did have
buying
the
on.
monkey, but I think I'm gonna cancel those. I think I'm gonna cancel. I had a Nora. I was gonna get a Nora, but even though that's Criterion, I canceled that because it's like $40. I'd rather wait for the Criterion sale
Yeah,
down the road, like especially Criterion, where you're probably not gonna get a slip. You know what I
no,
mean? It's like,
they don't do slips for anything.
you know what I mean? It's like it's ridiculous. Why am I paying $40 when then in a few months they're gonna be 50% off and you can get it for 20? You know what I mean? It's like, fuck that, dude.
And then half the movies don't even come with 4K Blu-rays anymore. You buy a 4K.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. You know, and it's like when we talked about this where it's like, so am I gonna pay $32 for the monkey when around Christmas I can get it for 10, maybe 10, 12 bucks?
right.
And yeah, maybe I won't get the slip, but it's like, so I'm paying like $25
For a
just
slip,
to have extra just to have the slip.
pretty
Fuck
much.
that shit. It's ridiculous. For like, you know, if it's a movie that I like genuinely love to death, like Army of Darkness, The Thing,
Yeah. Well,
stuff
this
like
is stuff
that,
you get. Yeah, you get it when it comes out.
you know what I mean?
But-
Like real classics, like
Like
The Monkey.
Amazon just finished up their 3 for $33 4K sales. They have them all the time. And
Right.
that's the type of stuff you just wait for them to go on that, and you buy like
Yeah.
3 of them for $33.
Exactly, and there's a lot of new stuff that they add on there. 'Cause I remember you got like you got all those M Night Shyamalan movies, which they were charging like almost 40 a piece for.
Right. I got like 15.
I think I was gonna say you got. I think you ended up getting all three for 60 or something, maybe like 50 even. I forget.
No, like $45. I have like 15 each.
Oh, okay, yeah, ridiculous though, man.
I wouldn't have bought them for any more than that. They wanted like 35,
No, I
48
know.
bucks for them.
That's why I was gonna get them for that 3-set deal, but I never even did that. Which I'm pissed because I wanted to get Signs. Signs was the one I wanted the most.
Right.
Um,
Yeah, just wait for them to go on sale again. They will.
yeah.
Signs looks really
You
good.
know, Signs is the one I want the most, but it's like 6 cents. I'd be fine. I'm fine with that on Blu-ray because I don't have a lot of because I had a lot of those on DVD and I lost them or they just got damaged over time.
Yeah,
Where I don't have the 6 cent, so I
Yeah.
need a lot of those.
it looks good, and the other one looked pretty good too. The Unbreakable.
But you know, I'd rather get it on fucking Blu-ray, you know, because it's like I got, you know, that Stir of Echoes Steelbook is really nice, but that they wanted like $32 for that, and I got the Blu-ray. I got the Blu-ray for $5, and it has some special features, not a lot, but you know, I'm sure that even the Steelbook that you got doesn't. So it's like
Right.
I'd be paying $25 extra for that cool Steelbook. And you know, I like slipcovers better anyways most of the time because like I don't have the Steelbook protectors and I just hate it's like I have like literally I could pull out a Steelbook that I haven't touched in months and I'll be like, why? This is brand new. Why are there scratches all over it? It's like Steelbooks just like get scratched up just sitting on the shelf. It's so weird. So that always bugs me.
Yeah, I got them all. I got them all protectors.
Dugan said he rewatched Tombstone on VHS the other day. Nice. Yeah, I always love that VHS cover. Great VHS cover.
Yeah, I definitely want to watch. I definitely want to watch the extended version. I haven't seen that since it came out.
I don't know if I ever have.
I'll throw. I just put. I think I just. What did I put up there? No, I put the regular theatrical, but I'll throw the extended version of it. The only thing is, I think it might be on 2 discs, so I'll have to kind of like stitch them together somehow. But I can figure that out. Remember how they used to break long movies?
Yeah.
On the 2 discs. Stupid.
Yep.
And you know, Wyatt Earp was the same way. Was
Well,
like 3 discs.
if anything, you could always if it's a pain in the ass, just do like director's cut part 1 and part 2. So
Yeah, I'd rather have them together though. It's
I know. If it become like a pain in the ass.
Yeah. Well, Plex, that's why a lot of times look at Plex because in Plex, if you can go to the menu, the little 3 dots, And
Yeah.
you'll see on some of the movies, you'll see play version because I have
Right.
multiple different versions of the same movie there. So sometimes I like extended versions, though, I like to put on their own so you can find them separately
Right.
because it's harder when
Yeah.
they're together.
Yeah.
The stuff that's together is when I get like an Italian version and a American version
Yeah.
or something like that,
Right. Yeah.
or a
Like a dub
DVD version and a Blu-ray version.
Right.
Sometimes a DVD version is slightly different. I put that up there too,
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, I try to separate them out. So I'll throw Tombstone Extended up there so you can watch it.
Mhm.
It is it's a good cut of it, really is.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely like to check that. It's been a while since I've seen Tombstone, so I'd love to.
But
rewatch
yeah, definitely Sunday. Everybody, we'll have to throw a link in the thing for the Discord. Sunday doing the Texas Chainsaw Massacre Netflix in grindhouse cut fashion.
Yeah.
So that's
I'm
gonna be
ex-
that's gonna be
excited.
8:30 Sunday night before we do Dylan's
Yeah,
Horror
yeah.
Show. So, but this whole week I got some good stuff coming up. Tomorrow night is Thursday. Of course, Thursday night we do Z Nation for 3 episodes.
You mean
No,
Wednesday?
actually that's Thursday. Tomorrow night is going to be that movie Locked with Anthony Hopkins and Skarsgård. That's going to be Locked, a brand new movie. It looks good, so hopefully it will be good. Thursday is Z Nation. We do that every Thursday. Friday is a movie for Two Gun. Can you believe this? He's never seen Creature from the Black Lagoon or any of the sequels. So Friday night we're going to be watching Creature from the Black Lagoon for the first time with Two Gun. So that should be good. Saturday night we got the movie Bloodthirst, which is a newer movie that's going to be on. Sunday, Texas Chainsaw. Monday, Crossroads with Ralph Macchio, a movie I haven't seen in 25 years. Monday night.
I'm glad I didn't watch it then, because
and then Tuesday night will be Jack Attack. So good week coming up this week.
When the hell are you doing Shadow Zone, man?
Shadow Zone probably soon. Not as good as
Same,
Jack
man.
Attack or Baby Oopsie. I watched some.
Oh, yeah, I mean, yeah, we're on Baby Oopsie time, so.
Actually, I like to see some more Demonic Toys too. So,
dude, we should watch Demonic Toys, we should watch after Jack Attack. You do Demonic Toys and then Demonic Toys versus Dollman.
Yeah, Jack Attack is kind of like Baby Oopsie. They're in those movies, but they're not really.
They're in their world.
They're in their world, so you can always watch these movies separately without having to watch the prior ones.
Well, the Demonic Toys, Baby Oopsie's from Demonic Toys.
Right,
so
exactly. Right.
But yeah, it's not like they're in that world, but it's not like they're like you have to.
You have to watch them in order. No. They're
But
their own thing.
Demonic Toys versus Dollman, they actually have the chick from Bad Channels in that too.
Right.
So
well, I looked a little bit. I looked at
so many people because the Blu-ray just got released for Bad Channels. Everybody raves about Bad Channels, man.
Yeah, we didn't really like it that much.
No, I want to rewatch it now and be like, I know it does have great music. I feel like people go like hard for the music, and I understand it because it does have good music.
It was mid. It was mid. Definitely not one of their better ones.
No, it ain't no Baby Oopsie, that's for sure.
No.
It ain't no Baby Oopsie. Add Dahlman in the line.
Well, the thing, the Jack Attack, I watched it a little bit while I was copying it, and one thing about Jack Attack is it looks like a real movie. It's like the old real. It's not like Baby Oopsie that looks like it's an hour-long TV episode. Those were made that way.
Well, no. Baby Oopsie, it was like a TV movie that they cut into 3 parts.
Right.
Full Moon was doing that for a while. It's like they filmed the whole movie and then they decided to cut in pieces. Plus, he makes more money.
But even Jack Attack looks more like a real movie. It doesn't look like a shot. Yeah.
Well, because I don't think Jack Attack got like. I think that's just one thing.
One movie, right?
Yeah, I don't like it. There wasn't pieces, but Jack Attack's done by the guy William Butler who did Baby Oopsie.
Right.
But yeah, that one looks.
So we got some great stuff coming up this week on Discord. So
yeah,
I'll throw an invite up for everybody on this when it goes in the comments in the main section, whatever, in the comments.
Oh yeah.
Stop by and watch. Usually every night around between 9 and 10. It's posted. The schedule's up there when you go to Discord on my channel. You can look at the schedule for the week.
Yeah.
And there's some good shit we're watching, old and new.
William Butler, the guy that he also did Ginger Dead Man 2, Passion of the Crust, Ginger Dead Man 3, Saturday Night Cleaver. And he did another one. I never seen this. It's called Demonic Toys. Or no, I've never seen it, but I heard of it. It's called
If you heard of a
Toys.
movie, and maybe Two Gun has heard of this, there's a movie that's that got a lot of notoriety. I've never seen it. Hundreds of Beavers, where the guy's like fighting off these beavers. Have you seen that?
I think I've heard of it. Hundreds of.
It's supposed to be pretty good. I'm gonna maybe check that out on a Discord some night.
2022.
It looks pretty wild. These beavers are kicking ass in the movie.
Is it supposed to be dumb?
It's a horror comedy, dumb movie, I think.
Yeah, but man, we gotta be doing more full moon, dude. I only see like one thing of full moon, and that's not till next Monday.
Gotta even it out, man. What are you talking about? I did Baby Oopsie. I did all three of them. Now I did Bad Channels.
Yeah, we
I'm
did.
doing this one, man. I'm giving some full moon love. I even gave Trauma love to that fucking pitiful 4 fucking Dr. Avenger movies.
Fuck Trump. Fuck that shit, man. We're not doing any more
Yeah, full
Trump
moon.
for a while.
Full moon's at a whole different level, and Trauma's like up here, man. Like up
Yeah.
here.
Exactly.
Trauma's down here. Full
Two
moon's up
Gun
here.
said no, never heard of it. And Two Gun even said add Dollman to the lineup.
Yes, Dollman will be on. Both of them. They're coming. They're coming. We'll have to do some double feature nights.
I was
saw
gonna
it.
say, man, if full moon we can do some double features.
Actually, I'm thinking about doing. I want to do like
Especially when it's
I
on
want to do a.
especially Saturday, Sunday,
want-
Monday, and Tuesday.
I
Double
want to do a
feature.
Saturday night, dusk to dawn, full moon extravaganza from midnight
Oh,
to 6 a.m. That's only like 3
well,
movies. 4
you
movies.
should start at 10 because remember back then it started at like 10. The Dusk Till Dawn on TNT that started at like
Yeah.
they started
Yeah.
at 8 actually.
Yeah, you can go 10 to 6.
But you're like they're full moon movies, man. They're only an hour long.
Yeah, hour and 15 minutes. And you know I'd get like 3 or 4 edibles into it and I'd be snoozing on the other side of the movie.
Well, that's why I say start at 10 because if you
Well,
start at mid,
We'll all
if
be
you
out by
start at
1 a.m. The movie's going with a
you start at midnight, we only might get one movie in.
that's all fucking man.
Yeah.
Dylan's
Yeah,
almost
you-
now he had a birthday. He's almost as old as I am. He's only 30 years younger.
I know.
That's
I'm
scary,
close.
Dada.
It sure
30,
is.
30 years away from your death, man.
It's fucked up.
It's
The
dark.
yeah, but
How do you
when
think I
ready
feel?
for full moon, man. I'll help you with the lineup.
The Full Moon has some bad movies too. I want you to know.
Well, no,
Some of the
but
movies-
hey, I showed you Head of the Family. That's one of the best.
that was I wouldn't say it was one of the best. It was good.
Head of the Family is one of the best.
Yeah, I don't know. I have to see a list.
What's your favorite full moon?
I have to see a list, man. I don't know. There's so many of them. You know, Crash and Burn, Robot Jocks, Dr. Mordred, Netherworld, Shadow Zone.
Yeah.
Wasn't
Shadow Zone you've seen?
yeah, a long time ago.
Oh, okay.
It's mid. It's that's all right. It's not the best. What was that?
Dolls is technically, but Dolls is like Empire. Dolls is one.
Dolls is Empire. Yeah, that's a whole different animal. Empire's
But
like
it still
before
is
Full Moon.
full moon. But Empire
Sort
just
of,
had more money.
Kinda.
No,
Right.
it still is full moon.
I think
because
Full
it's
Moon
not-
spun off
It's
of
really
Empire.
banned. Empire is just more money. Like I mean,
Well, Empire
Fair.
went bankrupt, and then Full Moon came out a few years later.
yeah, but it's still to me, it's all Charlie Band. You know.
Yeah, I
It's
know, it
all
is.
coming from
Yeah.
the mind of him. So,
Yeah.
and even like you know,
Just
when-
that movie we
Paramount
watched the other
Gold.
night. We did that
Paramount
triple
Gold.
feature. We watched that Kendra meets Joe Bob.
yeah,
That was pretty funny, by the way.
no,
And
yeah.
that Charles
It
Band wrote that. So he wrote
Yeah.
all that dialogue for the movie and shit.
Yeah. No, man, he does good shit.
Yeah.
But you gotta be, you know, his stuff is meant for a certain
Well, we had
audience.
talked to him. Yeah, right. Just like if you put the two guys, Charlie Band or Lloyd Kaufman from Trauma, Charlie Band is over Lloyd Kaufman. Just like
Oh, for sure.
Lloyd Kaufman's a good schlockmeister, but Charlie Band has actually made some really good movies.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Charlie Band's a fucking genius, dude. But
Yeah, I want to definitely do Dolls now that we watched Dolly Dearest and all that. I want to do Dolls some night too.
I
So.
love Dolls. I've seen Dolls so many times.
I don't think I've seen it. I've seen it like once along, so many times I don't even remember.
That might be my favorite Full Moon, or like technically Empire, but that's like one of my favorite. That's Stuart Gordon.
But
so fucking good.
That was in that box set, right? Was that in the box set, Doll?
Yeah,
I thought it was.
Yep. Yeah, that's I wish fucking Arrow would have done like a second one. I don't understand.
Yeah, maybe they will. I don't know if it's
that thing sold out so good.
Yeah.
And I know because like Umbrella's doing them. Umbrella did one, and I think they're doing a second one now. So I don't understand, but that's technically overseas, so I don't know why Arrow didn't do another one, because it sold really well.
Yeah, the Arrow stuff overseas is definitely better than the Arrow stuff here.
Yeah. But that Arrow fucking Empire.
Did you see that big box set Arrow's putting out from Darkstar, of the John Carpenter Darkstar movie? They're putting out a huge box set.
Really?
Kind of ridiculous what the movie is, and that movie on 4K doesn't really need it, but
I'm good with my Blu-ray.
Yeah, some people really love that movie though. I'll sell.
Yeah,
I'll sell
it.
It's
a good movie, but I would never go that far. Yeah, I have to look in that Arrow box set because there's definitely a movie or two out of there that we could do for the Dusk Till Dawn. There's some good shit. There's a good variety, and that's the thing. We can do a great variety because there's a lot. He does a lot of horror, and he does some good sci-fi. You know what I mean?
Right. I don't know. I don't know. Two Gun making it till 6 a.m. I don't know if he'll be able to handle it. And he works on a Sunday. On a Sunday.
It's only 3 a.m. for him, technically.
See, there's no good day that he can do it because he works on a Sunday. It would have to be, you can't do it on a Friday because you work on a Saturday. You can't do it on a Sunday because you work Sunday. So it's going to be tough. It'll be hard.
Yeah, but he's 3 hours behind.
True.
You might need to just take off Sunday or go in late.
Yeah, Two Gun, you need to take a day off of a good paying job so you can stay up with us all night and watch fucking full movies.
Dude, he picks up overtime, OT all the time.
I know. I'm just saying. No, I'm saying he should. Take the time off.
Well, you didn't sound serious. You sounded
serious. I'm absolutely serious.
You sounded half-assed.
Just make sure that his daughter's room is cleared out.
Hey man,
all the stuffed animals are off the bed. All the stuffed animals are off the bed, and he can watch all these movies. That's all I ask.
Yeah. Socks off, feet on the bed.
Yeah.
The whole 9 yards.
The whole 9 yards, man. The whole 9
popcorn. He wishes he could.
I'm telling you. Of course he
can.
He's
3 hours behind, man, so he can do it.
Yeah, so if we start at 10 o'clock, that's 7 o'clock at night. So you can definitely stay at least 7. You should be able to do 7 to midnight at least, Two Guns. 7 to midnight. You go at midnight, you get up at about 5 or 6. That's 4 or 5 good hours.
Do a shift swap so you miss Sunday, but then you work like an extra day the week after. Do they let you do shift swaps? If they do, put that shift swap in right now.
Or just do that and then
do a shift swap.
Tell the wife she has to work an extra job or get pick up some work.
Tell her that she should get a second job, maybe even a third.
Hey, VHS is cheap.
Then it's a double whammy because then you never have to see her again because she's always working.
And you'll be watching movies with us. So that's
exactly. Fucking. I mean, dude, we just saved your life.
You're an old man. Like me, you ain't getting done anyway, so don't worry about it.
Hey, it's more bitching than anything at this point.
So. Yeah. Get 3 dogs.
Yeah.
All right, so that's right.
Scarface will show you the way.
I will. So what are we doing next week?
He's got a good dog breeder too.
I do. I spent a lot of money with her.
Or Silent Hill.
Oh, next week is Silent Hill. I think I have that. I do. I own that.
I think the Scream Factory did a Blu-ray for it.
Right, I
don't
have
know.
that. So it is. It's definitely on Plex because I own it, so it's on Plex.
Okay. Yeah, it's the 2006 one.
Wasn't
So
Norman
would you
Reedus?
check
Oh no,
it out?
Norman Reedus was in the game. He was in the
Oh,
game.
was he?
He was. Yeah, he was the cover of the game.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Silent Hill. It's a good game. Early
Yeah,
PlayStation.
I played. I don't remember him being it, but I know Kim Coates is in, and Kim Coates and Sean Bean are in the 2006 Silent Hill. We'll have to do the sequel at some point too.
Did you see the show they gave poor fucking? I tell you, one of the best actors in there, whether you like the show or not, just by the body of this guy's work, is Jeffrey Dean Morgan, who played Negan in The Walking Dead.
Yeah,
And it must be hard to like make when you're an actor to get shit. But he's doing a fucking basically one of these reality shows where they're on like visiting all these famous places with these people, and he's like the narrator host. I mean, the dude is fucking. He can do better than that, man. I know he wants the Benjamins, but he can do better than that. He's such a good actor. You see him shoehorned on shit like that. It's like, give me a break. I'm sure that shit it pays the bills, I guess.
Yeah. And it might be just something a little fun. Maybe it's something that he wanted to do. Who knows?
Yeah. But he's good at everything, that guy.
No, he's fantastic. Fantastic. I love watching him. He nails everything he does. But yeah, so Silent Hill next week. Can't wait for Dusk Till Dawn. That's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, we'll have to plan it. When we'll have to pick a weekend where.
Yeah, I'll throw some movies at you too.
Yeah, don't have to just be full moon. You'll mix it up.
Yeah, Empire.
Empire and full moon. Yeah.
I thought that's what you said.
Yeah, we could.
Empire.
Yeah, Empire. Yeah, I think the Dolls would be great to be one of them. Sure.
Oh yeah, you could. Well, I thought that would probably be fine on its own. You could do that one night on its own, maybe. But you could.
We'll have to get a big list of like full moon movies and see what we haven't seen in a while.
Yeah.
Or at all.
I've seen Dolls a lot though, so that's what I was saying. Do that on its own. Or do it towards the end. When I'm like sleeping.
Well, no, let's do all movies we haven't seen. I'm sure we can find five. I'm sure we can find 5 movies we haven't seen, or 6 movies we haven't seen.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
But
even if we've seen them, something that we haven't seen in like a long time, where it's like, but there's a lot that I haven't seen too. Yeah. So yeah.
Hey man.
Be a good show. Great show tonight, guys. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Appreciate it, especially on a Tuesday night. You guys are the best. Appreciate everyone stopping in. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. And we'll see you this Sunday for Silent Hill. Peace out, y'all.